Dual folds finally got good, so why are manufacturers pushing trifolds? Are they the next leap or just the next big price tag? Stick around at the end and we'll talk about whether the trifolds are actually the next step forward or just an additional hinge we didn't ask for. Let's go. Foldables have come a long way from the clunky experimental Surface Duo to the polished devices like the Z Fold, the Honor Magic V5, and the Vivo X Fold 5, and even the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. They've gone from fragile novelties to daily drivers that outperform most bar phones. Even Apple is finally looking into one. And when Apple pays attention, you know the category's matured. So yes, foldables have matured, but does that mean the world is ready for the next step? I mean, even when we look at the market today, we see that the foldables only hold 2%, where the bar phones are still at 98%. That means 98% of the users are still on traditional bar phones. We're just now getting people to trust a single hinge, and now manufacturers want us to trust a second one. I mean, think about it. It's taken us a long time to get here. 5 years from this right here to this right here. I mean, look at that. Nearly as thin 5 years later. What a difference. And in this day, the Microsoft Surface Duo seemed to be a game changer. But, you know, of course, this one didn't last long, but that's because the manufacturer ditched us. But these phones have really made some progress and have gained a lot of trust over the last few months, especially with me talking about the Honor Magic V5. A lot of folks have showed interest in leaving their bar phone to a foldable. And the industry's gotten so good that now on, where is it? You've got the Pixel Fold now having that IP68, so just as good a rating as your standard bar phone now. And trust me, it's taken a long time. I mean, 5 years to build that trust up to make sure that these things are going to last. So again, I asked that question, are we really ready for a second hinge and to start that journey of trust in foldables all over again? So they're pushing these trifolds as a tablet in your pocket. Do you remember back when we had a phablet in our pocket? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know, the Note series, remember they called them phablets because they're 6.3 inches was huge, you know, and it came with a writing utensil. Now that was engineering and ingenuity to its finest. You know, we've got the tablet or phablet in our pocket now, and we were on a move. And then slowly things progressed to where we end up coming up with them full screen phones with no buttons on the front till we got to the modern day tablet phones of today, which is a foldable. Hey, I want to take a quick second time. Much appreciate for hanging out with me as we talk about the next version of the cell phones. If you got something out of this video, do me a favor, smash that like button down below. It really does help out the channel. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on further content. Let's get back to the video. Now, manufacturers are trying to push the envelope a little further with a trifold. Well, I'm here to tell you, I thought I had a tablet in my pocket with a foldable. I mean, until this, I was using a tablet like a lot of other folks. This is your Samsung S-Tab 7. This thing's 5 years ago old, almost 6 years old. I have not bought a new tablet since because I've had all these different foldables, which to me replaced it. I mean, that thing just gathers dust for the most part. Every now and then I'll bring it out to use it as a display for my notes, but other than that, it really doesn't have a use case for me. And do you remember when the tablets came out? They were trying to decide, is it replacing your laptop or is it a whole new category? So they finally took a few years, decided it's a whole new category, and then pops in another one, which is the foldables. And why is that? I believe because they decided that the tablet, it was just not as portable as it could be, and that's why we have these. And then enters the Trifold tablet. Is it really something we need? I mean, we're talking an extra 2 inches from this 8-inch up to a 10-inch, maybe a 10.5 inch. Is that really something that we are asking for? And did we not already think we had a tablet in our pocket with these? What niche are those trifolds gonna fill? I mean, let's think about it. You got this 10-inch tablet, you pull it out of your pocket and you're on a train, you're on a plane or whatever, and you're gonna hold it like this. How many of us just hold our tablets like that when we're traveling? You know, I especially something this size, this is an 11-inch. I'd have to set it down on something because holding it after too long, it's too heavy. Yes, the trifold may be a little bit lighter, but in time, it's going to feel heavy. So for the most part, those things, you're going to need a flat surface to set them on. Well, if you're going to set them on a flat surface to utilize them, why not have a tablet? So what's the appeal of the trifold? Is it the mobility? Is it having that extra 2 inches to be able to do some multitasking on versus an 8-inch foldable? Because I'm thinking something that large, it's going to be awful hard to type with 2 fingers or 2 thumbs and be really productive with it because it is so large. Is that large size going to give you more battery or more screen on time? Well, apparently not, because the Samsung is going to only have 5,500 milliamp hour battery. You got a larger battery in this dual fold right here. So this will outlast that trifold. So if we're really needing a larger screen, a little more creativity, a little more multitask capability, aren't we talking more of a tablet or a laptop? Where's this trifold going to fit? That's something that I'm struggling with. What do you think? You know, bigger isn't always better, especially if you can't hold it very well and you're going to need a table to set it down and really utilize it. And yes, you know, I've been fooling myself thinking, yeah, but you can fold it up and makes it more portable. Well, look at this image of this Z fold or G fold folded up. It doesn't even look very precision to me. It doesn't look very well polished and aligned. If you look at these edges, there are some gaps, and it just, to me, it does not look streamlined. So I definitely wouldn't even consider getting the first one. And then, you know, we're already struggling with pricing on these phones. $2,000 for the Z Fold 7. That's outrageous. Now imagine paying twice that for a trifold, or at least 3,500. Is it really worth 50% or 100% more than the Z Fold? And I'm wondering if a trifold with adding an additional hinge is going to put more fear and doubt and distrust in foldables, which I really hate to see because we've come a long way. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not dead set against a trifold. I'm just wondering, why in the world do we need one? Who's asked for it? And really, where does it fit in this lineup of devices? You know, I've got my tablet, I've got my foldable, I've got my bar phone. Where are you going to put this trifold? Right there? I just don't quite get it. Maybe that's just me. But you know, with Apple entering the industry of the dual fold phones, when they come out with their foldable next year, that's going to add to the value of these phones, and it's also going to add to the price. And when you throw in a 3-screen unit that's going to really increase things more, it could really get out of hand. So maybe trifolds aren't really about giving us more. It's trying to get us to pay more, because these manufacturers try and stay one step ahead of Apple, because Apple's going to come out with their foldable, so we're going to one step up them with a trifold. Are you excited about these trifolds that are coming out? I guess more specifically, the Samsung trifold, the G that's coming out. There's a lot of information on it right now, and they just announced it and showed all these leaks that you've seen in this video. But of course, it's not going to be released here in the US. It's going to be in mostly, I guess, Korea and maybe parts of China to start with. And who knows, if it does sell big, then they might introduce it to other parts of the world. So tell me, if this trifold is made available to you, is it something that really fits in your world? Does it have a place? Or are we being made to think that these are too small and we need to go back to tablets? So now it's time to hear from you. Tell me, are trifolds the next step in progress, or are they just another price hike wrapped in a new hinge? I did a video a while back on bar folds versus foldables. Check that out here. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because I have hundreds of videos out. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and God bless.